There's a sort of another theme here that's very interesting with globalization of trading, and this is what is driving interest in what is generically being called 24-hour trading. This is particularly what they're really talking about here is 24-hour trading of U.S. markets and U.S. tech stocks. So we don't have a launch date yet set, but the 24X National Exchange recently received approval from the SEC to operate 23 hours a day, 5 days a week. Again, don't have a time for the launch. And the NYSE also announced interest in extending its trading hours to 22 hours a day, as I recall, 5 days a week. The important thing here is this is all sort of wrapped up, this whole idea. When I talked to Dmitry Galanov, who was running the 24X exchange, I said, who wants this? Where is this demand coming from to trade 24 hours? The institutions don't want it at 11 o'clock at night. And he said, well, Bob, there's a lot of young people in Asia that are very interested in all this. So there's a sort of parallel story going on here.
No, absolutely. So again, this goes back to this idea that we're talking about a global phenomenon here, not just about US investors in US stocks. This is already happening. You've got pre-market session, you've got the post-market session, you've got ATSs out there that already provide access to the US market in Asian time zone. And so this is another step in the evolutionary process to bring that, legitimize that even further through the exchanges. But I think a lot of investors have learned from the crypto world as well that, now if you've got access to an iPhone, you can be trading cryptocurrencies 24/7 anywhere in the world, and they want to do that with ETFs.
Ben, weigh in on this. Do we need 22-hour a day trading? I know institutional firms don't seem to think so. I know of big firms out there that want to see less trading, less time on the markets, and their complaint is finding deep pools of liquidity is increasingly difficult. Do we need 22-hour or 24-hour a day trading?
Yeah, I mean, my own take here, Bob, is less is more, and I forget who first said it, but your portfolio is like a bar of soap. The more you handle it, the more you trade it, the less you wind up having it at the end of the day. That said, I think the key theme here is a theme that really has underpinned the ETF ecosystem for decades now, which is that this is a global market, right? And even US listed ETF shares, as we see here with the leveraged single stock ETFs, have appetite from investors in all corners of the world of all shapes and sizes, from large institutions, some of whom are showing up among the roster of the largest owners of actively managed ETFs, broadly diversified ones in the US, and now even retail investors in single stock leveraged ETFs. So I think this is all kind of intertwined and just reflective of the fact that the ETF as a wrapper, as a vehicle, by virtue of being listed and traded on the exchange, really opens up different markets, opens up different opportunities, not just to US investors, but investors around the world.